He knew that he had taken on a daunting task and decided to get the blessings of Brahma, the creator of the world. Vyas prayed to Brahma to grant him the strength and talent to record the story of the Mahabharata. Brahma appeared before Vyas and blessed him. "But how can I tell this great tale alone, without any help or support?" Vyas wondered aloud, still a little discouraged by the difficulty of the undertaking. Brahma, who knew of events past and present and those yet to come, nodded wisely. "Ganesh, the elephant god, is famous for his learning and memory," he said. "Pray to Ganapati Ganesh. He alone can help you." So Vyas prayed again, and as Brahma had promised, the elephant-headed god appeared before him. "I will help you, O sage," Ganesh replied to Vyasa's request, "but on one condition. I insist that my pen must not stop even for a moment while I write down the Jai, the song of victory. You must not halt or pause when telling the tale, and I too will write it down in one continuous flow." Vyas thought for a while. He knew that the help of Ganesh meant that he could tell the Mahabharata in a way that his readers could understand and remember. "I agree," he said finally, "but I too have one condition. You, Ganapati, must listen carefully while I tell of the Jai and make sure that you have understood everything completely before you write it down." Ganesh smiled and nodded his great trunk to indicate his acceptance. So the two got to work together. It took many, many years. Sage Vyas would compose verses and Ganesh would write them down. Day and night they sang and wrote the Jai, until finally it was done and ready, told for all time. But the thing about stories is that they are never finally told. They are always retold and rewritten in new tongues, new languages, for new times, even as I am telling it to you now. Just so, Narad, the messenger of the gods, recited the song of victory to all the great immortals in heaven and earth who had not heard it before. Shuk, son of Vyas, sang it to the sprites and spirits and demons, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas and Rakshasas, who inhabited the different worlds and dimensions. The story was also told to Vaishampayan, who was a student and disciple of Vyas. Many years after the time in which the battles of the Mahabharata were fought, Janmejay, the son of King Parikshit, who ruled the Kuru kingdom between the Saraswati and Ganga rivers, held a grand public sacrifice. Here, amidst the chanting of prayers, the story of his ancestors was told all over again by Vaishampayan. In the audience, listening intensely, was a young storyteller named Sut. The story made a deep impression on him. As Sut grew older, he travelled far and wide, visiting all the places mentioned in the tales of valor and sacrifice told by Vaishampayan. He saw for himself the mountains and rivers, the battlefields and sacred places, and he pictured in his mind how things had been so many, many years ago. Then Sut called all the sages and wise men of his age to the forest of Naimish. Under the shade of leafy trees, he retold the story he had first heard as a young boy. It is Suta's Mahabharata that I will retell. The story of the Pandavas and the Kauravas, the 105 brothers and cousins who grew up playing the same games, learning from the same teachers. They studied the art of war and trained as warriors together. Yet they were very different in the way they understood the rules and philosophy of battle.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.